One of these men hit a 9-darter wrapping up the World Championship final. The other hit 2 9-darters wrapping up the Premier League title a year ago. Both have conquered the world, but who will prevail? It's Lewis against Taylor, and it's next.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the O2 Arena here in London. This is the 888.com Premier League Darts brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. We are live and exclusive on Sky Sports HD and Sky Sports 3D. It's time to meet the boys from Stoke-on-Trent. Firstly, would you please welcome the reigning champion of the world, Adrian. And now, ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning and defending Premier League champion and the 15-time champion of the world. It's Phil the Power Taylor.
Two players with a point to prove. Adrian Lewis out to prove he deserved that world title. Phil Taylor out to prove he deserves to be back on top of the world. He is out to rip Lewis's head off here. But Lewis getting the boos of the crowd now. It's the perfect storm. It's what 7,000 tickets were sold for here at the O2. It's Lewis, it's Taylor. It's going to be fantastic. Your commentary team, Wayne Mardle and Sid Waddell.
Well said, Jim Clark. You put your right dart in, you put your right dart out. In out, this'll shake it all about. We've got the Stokey Cokey. And who do you fancy, Wayne Mardle?
Evening, Sydney. Who'd I fancy? I'm going to go Taylor. I'm going to go 8-4. For one reason, I just think Adrian is not looking business-like to me, and I just think he may be suffering, just maybe, with a slight World Championship hangover. He didn't perform last week in the Players' Championship. He really didn't. He's got to get his head on.
That Players' Championship was a Doncaster. Taylor with 30 and 12. against Anderson in the final, even though he's outscored. For my money, the handshakes are pretty perfunctory. This is business. And this is business. How about that for the mentor?
Said he wasn't looking business-like, didn't I? This is what we've come to expect from Adrian. He's possibly got to the point in his career where he really does feel he's the best in the world. And there's only one man that can stop him, and that's Mr. Taylor.
Remind you, Ali Pali only a few days ago. Opening set, World Championship against Anderson. Adrian, 123 average, 9 data in leg 3. And this man will have been having sleepless nights in Stoke saying, "You've got something that is mine, kiddo."
Indeed, he does not like not being the world champion, does Mr. Taylor. He hates it, and he's the master. There's no doubt about it. He's won it 15 times. He's won over 60 televised events.
And I'll remind you of his record in this. Since the King's Hall Stoke in 05, played 100, lost 5 times. That's all.
45.
Winner of the title every year, about 2009, Taylor. Lowest average 114 to Taylor's 77.
This is an important leg for both players. Obviously, Adrian's kicked off the 180, which is settling him down. But having the darts, he needs to win this leg. He really does. So he just wants to take the 80 out and just get on with it.
Massive support here in the Greenwich Peninsula, where Dickens wrote our mutual friend, 5 on the wire. They're not mutual friends tonight.
Well, he's going to come back, Sid. Aidie's coming back. He's going to obviously go for, I assume he's going to go for 5, but what he has to do is just clinical, get rid of it. Because obviously Phil's left the shot. He's going to get this one.
This crescendo of sound with Buster Thames Barrage. Quarterman in south. Opens the door for the power.
Panic. That was panic. That last start was sheer and utter panic. This is the man to take out the shots when you're fluffing your lines. 16 for tops.
Tops he wants. Perfect line by William Shakespeare Model. Adrian fluffed his topsted lines.
That could hurt Adie, that really could. It's not even the fact that he's missed the darts at the double, it's the way he missed them. They were, at 5, they were 3 bad darts, they really were.
As opposed to your missing good theory.
You can miss good, Sid. If he put 3 along the wire, they either go in or they don't. That's not his fault. You can throw great darts that don't go in. They were 3 bad darts.
Needs to use the line now, he's to use the line, the red bit. Get an Dumpty off the crowd here. Taylor, enormous favourite here on the banks of the Thames at Greenwich. Slag dart.
He's changed his setup. What I mean by that is that the darts that he's actually using and the stems and flights Phil has from the World Championships, they seem to be going in slightly flatter.
And I think we can tell you without being Alfred Einstein. Just look at the front end of Taylor's darts, the front inch. They are tapered. The front has been tapered down. The half inch that joins the point was a bullet end.
Indeed, there's a pattern emerging already. Scoring by Lewis, doubles by Taylor. Can Adie carry on missing doubles? I don't think so.
And he's got to continue the attack on the red bit. The world champion started this run of form against Taylor in Ireland with 16 180s and 16 140s. And Taylor did not like that one bit. Should have used that, but cover now. Triple 19. Middle of the diddle.